Assalamu Alikum. Welcome you all to learn Chinese language with Chinese language made easy. I'm Muhammad Shahid and today I will talk about a sentence that how we could say this sentence in Chinese language. I have been kidnapped. मुझे अगवा किया जा चुका है ये जुमला चीनी ज़बान में हम कैसे कहेंगे तो आज इसके बारे में बात करूँगा. So if you see, this sentence is a passive sentence. ये पहले मजहूल है. We all know about active voice and passive voice. In active voice, if we write a simple sentence, we have a subject, that is the doer of the action, then we have a verb, action, and then we have an object, that is the receiver of the action, the recipient of the action. And in passive sentences, we just exchange the places of the subject and the object. In passive sentences, the object of the active sentence becomes the subject and the subject of the active sentence becomes the object. And sometimes we omit, we remove it. Sometimes we make it optional. We remove the doer of the action and we just emphasize the action itself and the result of the action. आपने सुना होगा एक्टिव वॉइस और पैसिव वॉइस के बारे में. एक्टिव वॉइस को हम पहले मारूफ कहते हैं और पैसिव वॉइस को हम पहले मजहूल कहते हैं. पहले मारूफ में जब हम जुमलों की बात करते हैं तो उसमें जो सादा जुमलों की साख्त होती है उसमें पहले हमारे साथ फ़ाइल होता है जो सब्जेक्ट होता है, जो डूअर ऑफ द एक्शन होता है. उसके बाद हमारे साथ फ़ैल होता है वर्ब, उसके बाद ऑब्जेक्ट मफ़ऊल. मफ़ऊल को एक्शन मिल रहा होता है तो हम मफ़ऊल को फ़ाइल की जगह पर ले जाते हैं और फ़ाइल को मफ़ऊल की जगह पर लेकर आ जाते हैं. कभी कभार हम जो फ़ाइल होता है उनको पहले मजहूल में हटा भी देते हैं. ठीक है. So let's proceed and get to know about this sentence in Chinese language. Okay. These are only characters. Let me just pronounce this sentence and then I'll show the pinyin of this sentence. Okay. पहले मैं इस जुमले का तलफ़ुज़ अदा करता हूँ, उसके बाद मैं आपको उसकी pinyin के बारे में भी बताता हूँ. 我被绑架了，我被绑架了 I have been kidnapped. मुझे अगवा किया जा चुका है. Here we have the pinyin 我被绑架了，我被绑架了 I have been kidnapped. मुझे अगवा किया जा चुका है. Now here I'll talk about the use of pay. In simple words, we make passive sentences in Chinese by using pay. चीनी जुमले में जब हम पहले मजहूल की बात करते हैं तो वो जुमले हम इस pay की मदद से बनाते हैं. ठीक है. How we make those passive sentences in Chinese language with the help of pay, let's see it. Let's see the sentence structure first, and then we will just include an example also. Okay. So pay, sentence structure, doer of the action included. I have told you that in passive sentences we use the object which is the recipient of the action. In active sentences we use it as the subject. Here you see I have written a recipient of the action. Here this subject which is the recipient of the action is actually the object of the active sentence. Okay, so first we will have a subject as we have noticed in the previous sentence. 我被绑架了，我 means I. So I, now that I has been kidnapped. So that I is actually the recipient of the action. The I in the previous sentence was kidnapped. And then we have a pay okay, the preposition, and then we have the doer of the action. Now, in the previous sentence, we have seen that the doer of the action was omitted, was excluded. We did not include that. So I will just talk about that type of sentence structure in the next slide after discussing the example of the space sentence structure with the doer of the action included. So here, after this slide, I will just show you a slide in which I will mention the doer of the action. Okay, then we will have a verb and then other elements, necessary elements that completes the sentence, maybe phrases or maybe just words. Okay, so let's see that. Just remember this sentence structure, keep it in mind, and according to this sentence structure we are going to make a sentence. This will be a passive sentence and it will include the doer of the action. Let's see that example. Okay, now you can see this sentence structure here. 那个苹果被我吃了。那个苹果被我吃了。That apple was eaten by me. वो सेब मेरे जरिए खाया गया था. Naga means that, pingwa means apple, pei is the preposition that turns this sentence into the passive voice, and wo means I, shila, eaten. So that apple was eaten by me. वो सेब मेरे जरिए खाया गया था या वो सेब खाया गया था. Now if you see, I have told you that first we will have a subject that will be the recipient of the action, and here you see naga pingwo, that apple is the subject of the sentence, which acts as the recipient of the action. Pei is the preposition, and here we have a wo means I. So here if you see, this I is performing this action, and this I is basically the doer of the action, shela. So it just followed that sentence structure that we discussed before. वो सेब मेरे जरिए खाया गया था. नागा means वो, पिंगो सेब. पे ये वो लफ्ज़ है जो जुमले को पहले मजहूल बनाता है. वो means I यानी मैं. चला चला च means खाना. चला means खाया गया. ये जुमला मैंने आपके सामने पेश किया. मैं पिछले स्लाइड में जाता हूँ और आपको बताता हूँ कि क्या क्या हुआ है इसमें. देखिए यहाँ पे फ़ाइल है, इस पे काम हो रहा है सब्जेक्ट. उसके बाद पे है, ये लफ्ज़ जुमले को पहले मजहूल बनाता है. फिर उसके बाद जो काम करने वाला है उसको डूअर ऑफ द एक्शन कहते हैं. फिर उसके बाद फ़ेल है. फिर उसके बाद और चीज़ें जो अल्फाज होते हैं उनको हम इस्तेमाल करते हैं. ठीक है. फ़ेल मारूफ़ में जो मफ़ऊल होता है वो यहाँ पर फ़ाइल होता है, और उसके बाद ये लफ्ज़ आता है. उसके बाद जो फ़ेल मारूफ़ में काम करने वाला है वो, उसके बाद फ़ेल, और उसके बाद दूसरे अल्फाज इस्तेमाल होते हैं. ठीक है, ये उसकी साख्त है. नाउ let me talk about another sentence structure in which we will exclude the doer of the action. I have told you that in passive sentences we write the subject, which is the recipient of the action, first, then we have pay, and then we have a verb phrase. Okay, so मैंने ये बताया कि पहले मजहूल में ये होता है कि हम पहले मारूफ वाला मफ़ऊल था, हम उसको फ़ाइल बना देते हैं. उसके बाद पे और उसके बाद वर्ब प्रेज. लेट्स टॉक अबाउट दैट. द सेंटेंस इज मन पे ता खायला. मन पे ता खायला. द डोर वाज ओपन, दरवाज़ा खोला गया था. So here we have seen that man is the subject, which is the recipient of the action. Then we have pay, which is the preposition that turns the sentence into a passive sentence. And then we have ta khaila. Then we have this verb phrase. Okay, so the door was opened. Darwaza khola gaya tha. Now enjoy the drama clip that will include the sentence 我被绑架了，我被绑架了. And we will see each other in the next interesting lecture about Chinese language. See you. 再见. Allah Hafiz.
这在哪里啊？手好痛啊！我被绑架了。